How hot is Red Betty in the afternoon sun? Look at her, just perched provocatively. A little further up, the Inukshun or something road. I'll get the right name for you and mention it later. So this is a great spot. However, the water level's way up. Normally we just casually walk around this corner here and get some amazing visuals. And I've even caught a couple of decent sized fish in here. But because the water's so high right now, right? I don't know how accessible it's going to be to get to my little secret fishing spot. Oh, I'm going to show you something. Hang on. This is what I was oohing about. And I believe those are monarchs. I do believe. I'll get past the butterflies there. Oh, I think we have an angel on my head. And look at the butterflies taking off. I've disturbed a bevy of butterflies. I'm surrounded by butterflies. Sorry, guys. And we'll carry on here and see if we can get access to a nice spot to eat some dinner. And I do think there's an angel on my headshot coming, like right there. But first, let's have a look here. Let's switch it around and see. There was some really good fish. I'm looking down in the water at some movement of smaller fish, tadpoles, and the like. Let me turn around and show you what's up. So normally none of the water is there. Clear as though, you can see. And this is where we're carrying on to around this corner here. Possibly to see if it's an option for a dinner spot and some fishing. So went back to Red Betty, got all the stuff, including my carving stick. I'm going to carve that into a walking stick. A lunch we're going to share together. Tackle box, fishing rod, reel with the new lure, and this is going to be the lunch spot right on the water's edge. With this as my vista. Apologies for the wind noise. So I'm going to cast a few, eat a bit, cast a few more, and then we'll get going. Something about being barefoot. There's something about it. Documented neurological benefit. We may not be staying. Hiked up the shore a little bit to this really fascinating spot. It's got this great discoloration. There's the fishing appendage and dinner in that little bag there. My soon-to-be walking stick has already provided me with some much-needed support. This thing that I'm going to carve into a nicer extension for these outings really helped out. I'm drenched in sweat. It was a bit of an exertion getting over here, and that's a gorgeous thing. So I'm going to sit and have a little bite and share that with you. Cast a few, and then gonna head her. The trusty beverage for tonight's exotic dinner fare is a Dr. Pepper King can. Cheat day for me today, as I may have mentioned. I really enjoy the process of cracking open a canned beverage. I prefer pouring it over ice into a cup or a mug or whatever. It's just kind of a casual treat ritual, but out in the middle of the nowhere backcountry, not really an option. So just that process. I just love that process. That's what she said. Oh, Dr. Pepper. This is the walking stick. bottom to top, a little bit of reinforcement here. It's also going to be a deterrent, as I'll show you when it's carved. The bottom effectively goes into the ground. Very, very, very solid wood. I don't know what kind it is, but it's helped me. Here, I'll show you. Up we go, and I'm walking along, and then if necessary, at some point, that can be a deterrent. Eventually. And again, I'm not talking about if I'm stuck in rush hour. I'm talking about, God forbid, something happens. So at this little town store where I just was, I got some macaroni and cheese. Ooh la la. So that's course one. Again, all of this depends, the length of this gourmet endeavor, there, right there, depends how long it takes for the ants to show up in serious numbers. Because at that point, we're out of here. There's one right there. Anyway, let's see what this goes. 8.2. Edgewood General Store macaroni and cheese. I'll give it an 8.2. So good. Another little treat is some dates I picked up. I got some dates. Those gorgeous looking things right there. Not exactly a casual dining experience. Fending off ravenous insect life. But it beats sitting in my little apartment. And next round is dried apricots. A little closer visual. It would be nice to have a fire, but British Columbia, this province in Canada, currently has a fire ban on for good reason. So, but it would be nice to have a little fire right here, especially as the sun goes down. And to satisfy the refined palate even further, a refreshing sip of 2023 red pepper, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper. Probably brewed in Indiana or Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Oh yes, you can taste the earth. Oh yes. And you know what? On some level it felt good. Back to the macaroni. Nicolas Cage playing the vampire in his last movie, Neferatu or whatever. It starts with an N. I can't remember what it's called. I saw it. He's incredible. When they let him go for a while in character, and he's all grossed up, and he's being an ancient vampire. You see the genius of Nicolas Cage in that character for him. Even though he's a vampire, he's incredible. And, well, they're coming in hot again. Okay, Mr. Ant, think you're big time? You're gonna die big time. 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Not feeling like the ideal spot, having to fend off the bugs, but Could be worse. I'm gonna just kill one more. There you go. Go to hell. There you go. I'm gonna fish a bit. And then, there you go. The ostrich thing, guys. Sensitive to energy, you're well aware of this. I'm gonna demonstrate some things to you at some point regarding energy that I'm sure will prove fascinating to you. Energy here is good, even though there's a bug thing going on. That's not the end of the world. But those ostriches, it's awful. It's awful. I don't know if it's because they're confined and the confinement was causing them such grief, or it's actually like a prehistoric thing I was getting off them. But ooh, the energy's bad. I don't want to be around those things, like, at all. I'll never seek them out. Yeah, it's just horrible. As far as I know, certain really aggressive insects, when you kill them, like I just did, those two, there's a pheromone thing they release, and it actually attracts their hive mates, or whatever you call them, and, you know, causes even more grief that way. So let's take a, actually I'm in the zone. Let's kill a couple more of these. So that'll be my video. The thespian spends 2 hours killing red ants. Yeah, they release something and it attracts their fellow whatever. And I assume they come and ingest it. Harsh tokes, creatures that they are. A little more eating, a little more fishing. Definite positive review. Oh, this is going to be a very multifaceted utensil. Just started on that edge right there, which I will admit, for defensive purposes, is going to have the capacity for malintent. I'm about halfway back from the spot where we were just having dinner, enjoying a bit of wood carving and fishing and great outdoors. Loving the exertion of it. There's a bit of a hike involved here. And I feel I simply must. I'm on a cliff here, so it's kind of a feel. And then we'll carry on with the high exertion hike that we're on. I'll show you in a moment what our path is going to involve. I'm about 4 meters above the water here, and the benefit of this is the water is incredibly clear. So if there is a fish tracking my lure, which often happens before they strike, I get the visual on the fish as it's coming in closer to shore. Turned into a great spot anyway, which is often the case with my wanders, where the initial loose plans go awry, but it ends up being a great day anyway. Here's today's cliff shot. This is where I've been fishing. There's the gear and the lake. Give you a little sense of it. And this is where we're going. We're gonna go around that corner. Red Betty's parked just that way. Not a bad little sight behind us there. Ooh. Watch what happens. This cast. Yeah, this is one of those gorgeous spots and gorgeous nights where I just can't let it go. Look behind me. Are you kidding me? Incredible. So we're almost out of here. Got a really good sweat going for the final phase of that little exercise. Got all kinds of creepy crawlies on my hands when I was in there. You kind of things going on, hence the enhancements there. Interesting thing went on. The last little clip there, I was talking to a guy just before I turned the camera off as a courtesy because I don't like filming people unless they've given permission beforehand. And he's back here by himself. He's a good Canadian boy. Gonna go swimming in the lake on his own by himself, which is braver than me, not my thing. Interesting little aside, as I was walking back to Red Betty here, I noticed that there are some sizable wolf tracks between the car and where I was just doing what you witnessed just now, back on those cliff rocks and whatnot. So it's clearly a wolf. This is a large print, and I know the paw patterns well enough to know what it is. That's probably it for today. I have an idea for one more shot. I'll see if I can get it somewhere on the way home. But if not, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you haven't already, if you could just take a moment to take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Doesn't cost anything, just takes a second, and it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. If I don't see you again in this one, which I think I'm going to, because I want to get one more shot, I'll see you in a few days, 3 days to a week, 10 days at the most. I'll see you soon anyway. Thanks for watching.